Okay, I think we can start. And well, 71 participants are already there.
Yeah, okay, just go ahead today. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, welcome again. And as in our previous session, we have already covered about this what the version control system is, why we need this, and why we are using it for that. So after this, like whatever we have learned yesterday, so it was only about our whatever the implementation was there. So it was only related to our machine, like local machines. We are not doing something in online mode or any cloud-based thing. So today we will learn a bit about GitHub. So why we need this
Pranav,
GitHub? Yeah.
Pranav, just before you begin, just confirm once that if everyone has installed Git.
Yeah, that yeah. So I like any of you got any doubt? Like doubt means have installation setup and all these things are clear to you. Cause today in Git this workshop we need this installation. We are going to use Git and all those
Yeah,
things
if
and the
you
command.
if you are not having Git installed, you won't be able to catch up.
So it's not the case that if you have not installed, so you should just leave these things that you can't understand it. But it is a kind of prerequisites, and we are going to implement those things. Not having laptop. Okay, Harshit,
Okay,
you don't have laptop, but still you can learn these things and things understand it how these things happen. Though implementation you can do it later. So yeah, it's okay. But if you are like you should have just tried your best for that. So.
if you are having a laptop or machine or desktop anything, then it's necessary. You should install Git. Okay. Okay, Pranav, go ahead.
So yeah, now in this workshop we'll learn about GitHub and what it is. Because whenever you have heard about this source version control, whatever it is, so you must have get familiar with these two terms like Git and GitHub. So about Git we have learned yesterday, and about GitHub we're gonna start it here. So yeah, so what is this GitHub is there? So GitHub is a hosting platform for Git repository, and what the repository is and what this Git is, we have already covered it yesterday. So you can put your own Git repos on GitHub and access them from anywhere and share them with the people around the world. So whatever you were doing yesterday, so it was only limited to our local machine. And suppose if you are doing any changes, we are committing those changes, we are just adding those changes. So it was only available, limited to our local machine, but nobody outside of local machine have access to it, and no one have known that okay, this is the things I'm done. But if I want to share those things, so yeah, there should be something for that. So this is how GitHub comes into the picture. And even this is one of the just things, and beyond that there are a lot of pros for the GitHub. So beyond hosting repos, GitHub also provide additional collaborations feature that is not native to Git. Basically GitHub helps people share and collaborate on repos. So why we need to share these things whatever we have done or any project, so we'll see them. And one more thing is there, like yesterday we have learned Git, now we are learning GitHub. So how they're different? Because majority of the persons, so they get sometimes confused that yeah, they are both on less same, but no, actually they are a bit different, and their implementation is different. But yeah, how they are different, we'll see them. So Git that we have learned yesterday, so it is a version control software that runs locally on your machine. So yesterday the installation thing that we have done, so it was only related to network, but the rest of the things were only limited to our local machine. And you don't need to register for an account, you don't need to internet to use it, and you can use Git without even touching GitHub. Because yesterday we have not learned anything about GitHub, but still we have used Git, so yeah, we can learn it without using GitHub. But for GitHub, so it is a service that hosts Git repository in the cloud and makes it easier to collaborate with the other people. So if you're working on any project, so it won't happen that you are only working on that. Many of the time you want your friends to collaborate on that project. But if you're working on that project only in your local machine, so how you can share it? Like how your friend will know that okay, you're working on a project and what is the progress of that project. So for that, we need to host those projects on any platform. So where GitHub comes into the picture. And it is just an online place to share work, and that is done using Git. So let's take an example. Yesterday, you were, this what the things were. So these are just a snapshot of our progress of our project. Like initially, as suppose I've created a project. After that, I've done some modification or changes in that project. Later on, I added some more code over there. So these are the just phase of that project, steps, snapshot of that project. But if I want this things to share with other person, so if I'll send the code to my friend, so they will only have access to those code. But if I want to share the exact step, like okay, how many steps I've taken to complete those project, and what is the intermediate commit, how when I have committed, what the commit message was there. So for that, we need to send the whole repository, including the .git folder was there. So we will host this repo on cloud, or we can say push this thing. So what this terminologies, we'll see them. So we will push those changes, or we will upload those codes, including repository and the history on cloud. And so later on, suppose if I have done something else. So initially there were only 3 commits, and in my local repository, I have done some more changes. Like my project was going fine, and later on I thought that okay, I can add one more version over there, and or I can then do some more modification. So we can do that in our local repository. And if in the future I want my friend to get know about their recent changes, so yeah, I can also let them know about by hosting this repository. So these were the things. And yeah, initially the project have only 3 commits. Later on we have done 4 commits, and we have also pushed those commits to cloud. And suppose initially I'm working on any project, and I have those git history, those commits, and all those messages were there in my computer. And later on I want to track or I want to access those codes with the help of other computers. So how can I access it? Like if I'll share code only, so it will have access to code only, but not the each phases of those code. So for that, suppose if I've hosted those codes from my first computer to any cloud service, and later on I downloaded, or we can say pull those changes to my new laptop. So these things we can also do. So this is one of the implementation is there. So if you got a new laptop, so yeah, that's one of the easiest way to share or get access to those codes that we have initially created in your first computer. So yeah, you have already pushed those changes. You're already uploaded those changes in the cloud. Now you can just pull those changes, or we can say download it or clone it. So what this is, we'll see them. Yeah, now your code is there on the cloud, and all the history is there on the cloud. And many of the persons are like, yeah, the 2 person can work it on simultaneously. They can access it, they can modify it, and a lot of things are there. So yeah, someone have done some changes, they have also pushed it, and now the other person can also access those changes. So suppose I'm working on any software, so and my friend is also working on that. So I've done some changes. So by pushing those changes to cloud, and my friend can download it from the cloud, so yeah, they will come to know about those changes. So it is one of the easiest way to doing it. And yeah, a lot of people can collaborate over there. So this is one of the most yeah, pros of that. Now, this is not the only option. Like yesterday, we have talked about this version control system. So for version control, we are using Git, but Git was not the only option. We are using Git because it is used by majority of the software developers and like 90% of the people. And the same scenario is here also. GitHub is not the only option, but still we are going to use GitHub. Or we have a lot of spawns on the GitHub as compared to other one version control system. So, and also, Git have already their local version, that is Git and GitHub. So yeah, it is easy to, use them simultaneously. So that's why we are using GitHub. Still, I'm saying there are a lot of other versions are also there, like GitLab, Bitbucket, Generate, and all other things are there. But GitHub is like, yeah, a lot of advantages it have. And what the advantages are, we'll see them. So it is one of the most popular things, and like you can say 40 million users was using it in 2020, and it's free. Obviously we don't gonna pay it, so yeah, that's why we are using it. And you must be thinking like, okay, before that, whatever the changes I was doing, I was committing those changes, I was saving the history of those changes in my local machine. But why I need to use GitHub for that? Like Git was working fine, so why to go on any cloud or hosting business system there? So for that, the reason is like, you can collaborate with the help of GitHub. So as an example, yeah, if I'm working on a project with my 4 of my friends, so if I'm using GitHub, so all of my friends can access or see the live update of that project with the help of GitHub. So they can see what the changes I've done today, what the changes I've done 2 hours later. So, totally live update of that project. So if you ever plan to work on a project with at least one of your person, so GitHub will make your life easier. So that's why it is kind of useful. And it is very helpful in case of open source project. So now what the open source is? So suppose there is a software company, any huge software company, and you want to contribute. You want that, okay, whatever the software, whatever the code their software consists. So I should also contribute them. Like I want my code, or I want whatever the knowledge I have. So I want to share with them and implement in their software. So for that you can contribute on their project. So we can say that if they are giving access to you, like they're saying that, okay, you can do the changes, you can improve our code. So we can say that those are open source project. As an example, like we can say VLC media player. So suppose you are using VLC media player, obviously everyone is comfortable familiar with that. So it is a kind of open source project. So if in the future you thought that, okay, this is one of this feature would be better if we, it would be in the VLC media player. So yeah, you can go to VLC media player repository on the GitHub. You can create an issue for that, and like you can say that, okay, this is the feature I want, and you can code that, you can include that, and they will give credit to you that, okay, this code is done by that particular person. So isn't it beautiful? Like we are as a software developer, and we can also contribute on that project. So that's why we implement it. And exposure is there, because suppose whatever the project I've done, so how I can say that, okay, these were the project I've done. So for that we use a profile, for that GitHub profile, and where we have uploaded all of our code, whatever the changes I've done, what is the, who can access it, who have contributed in that, and how to implement it. So this is collection of software or collection of codes that we have done in last 4 year or 5 years. So yeah, it's better to store all the software or codes in one places. So for that, GitHub is also beneficial. So your GitHub profile showcase your own projects and contribution to other projects. So what you have done in last 2 year or 3 year or 1 month. So for that, GitHub is beneficial, and it can act as a sort of resume, obviously, what the project it shows, and stay up to date. Yeah, as I've said, live update of your project that and coding is also one of the most major benefit of using GitHub. So what the cloning is? So for you have like, so the cloning means is if you see the code of your friend, and if you want to access those code and use those code, that okay, whether this code is really correct or not, or suppose there is a code of any website, okay, and if you want to get that how this website is working, or I want to see the code and how this is functioning. So yeah, you can clone it, or you can say the copy their whole code, and you can implement it. You can say local machine. So this is the things are beneficial, and for that, and how to copy their project, for that we are using git clone for that, and we'll see the command. And so these were the few things, and how this command will implement, like how to copy someone else's project, we'll see them, and permissions and all these things. So these were the need of GitHub, like why what is the benefit of using GitHub, why we should use GitHub. So these were the few things, and now we'll see how to use it. Like as yesterday we have seen how, what is the need of using it, what is the needs of version control, and later on we'll see that how to implement it. So now, so till now everything is clear, like why we use it, why we need to use GitHub, and like we were
Pranav, your voice is cracking, I think.
uh, okay. So was it cracking for long, or it's just now?
No, no, just a bit of time.
Okay, okay. So these were the things, like we are talking about the need of GitHub. Like yesterday we find the need of GitHub Git and implement it. So for now also we find the need of GitHub and implement it. Like okay, this were the pros of that, getting it. So till now things are a bit clear, like why we need to use it.
Okay,
Anything you can
so
ask.
everyone, have you understood why do we need GitHub, or what's the importance of GitHub? Why do we need to put our repositories online? Anyone, any doubt? You can ask for now.
Yeah, seems majority of they are getting understand, but yeah, let ask few of them.
Okay, okay.
Priya, Noor, like Saurabh, Paul, do you get it?
Yes, sir. I get it.
Okay.
Nirupan. Okay, okay.
So the moral of the story was like we are working on a project, so we need to share it. So for sharing this, we need a cloud-based system for that, and for this kind of system, we are using GitHub.
Or just in simple words, we can say like we store our photos or our files online on Google Drive, so that we can access them in case we have lost our phone or our memory card. So in the same way, if we are having some projects or anything, we can also upload our files on GitHub, not only repositories, but we need to make them in the form of repositories. So say you have lost your PC somehow, or your hard drive is crashed, but you have uploaded your repositories, your projects on GitHub, so you can access them later. Or if you want to collaborate on a project with four or five of your friends or any number of people, okay, like say you are in your home in this situation and your other friends are also in their homes, you all are very very far from each other, and you want to collaborate on a project, or you are doing a project, college project, you are a group, okay, so in that case you can collaborate online. All your changes will be visible to all of your other teammates. That's why we need GitHub. So if you any of you have any doubt, you can ask, otherwise we will continue.
Okay, I think so. It's clear for most of all. So I think we can, continue it by
Yeah.
explaining how to register and all those things. So yeah,
Okay, okay.
that was all from my side.
So
Over to
I
you, Abhinav.
yeah, I have to continue from now. So now we will be learning how to create our account on GitHub, how to register, and what we will be doing in GitHub. So you will need a laptop for that. You can make your account with me, or you can make it later. No, Ediga, you can't get it from Play Store. It's a website. You can go to this website and make your account.
Actually, there is a app on like Play Store as well, but the things that you can do online on website, you cannot do on app. App is just for just to check your repositories and other repositories, and you can see their codes, but you cannot collaborate. You can only collaborate on the laptop, or we can say in web. Okay, who was that?
Ediga, Ediga. Yeah.
Adita. Yeah, app is just for just to show the codes or just to show the repositories of other people's. I think it is under development now. This app, maybe later on we will be able to.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you just need to type in github.com. You will be taken to this site. This looks beautiful, isn't it? See? So we need to click on this sign up button. If you don't have your account till now, here you need to enter your email. I will be entering mine. After this, you will get a code OTP on your email. Okay, just need to. Once you get the OTP, just enter it here. And after that, your account will be created, and you will be taken to other window. I just need to open that.
Sir, use the institute email ID or our own.
You can use any ID.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Using on will be better because Institute will be only limited for next 4 year, and you have to use GitHub for your whole life. So that's why personal will be more better.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Once you have created your account, you will be seeing something like this. Okay, means it will be different, of course, because I have customized my profile. Okay, and I have some repositories already. So you will be different from this, but yeah, it will be somewhat like this. Here, you in the URL, you will have your username, and here you will have your name and all the details, whatever details you have filled till now. Okay, so once you have created your account, you are good to go. Okay, everyone, any doubt regarding this connecting your account? I mean, creating your account.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So after that, once you have created your account on GitHub, okay, you will be thinking, how can I put my code online, or how I can have my repositories online? So for that, you have two options. Okay. One, you might be having your existing repository in your local machine and you want to make it online, or you want to create something, any repository from scratch. So if you want to create a repository, click on this icon, and here click on this button, new. You can have a repository name here, just like you can type my first repository like this, and just leave everything as it is, and you can create a repository. It will be showing something like how you can create a repository and connect it to your local machine, these things. So here are some options, different options, like this one is how you can create your repository in command line in your local machine, or if you have any existing repositories, then you can push it, or you can import code from another repository. Okay, so just copy this, or you can copy this URL. These both are same, and as you have seen here, this clone thing, cloning. Okay, Pranav has already explained you about cloning. So this is the command we need to run if you want to clone any repository to our local machine. Once we have made a repository, you can see it. This is my username, and this is the repository name of the repository I have just created. But I need to put some files or some code to this repository. Okay, so for that we will be cloning this repository to our local machine, and then we will making some changes in that, and after that we will push those changes to this repository. Then our repo will having something, whatever we have just send in it. Okay, so for that I need to open a git shell.
Sir,
Yeah,
hello. Sir,
yeah,
for any changes, if you want to do with the existing repository, we must send the we must clone it first.
yeah. If you have created a repository on GitHub online, uh, if you need to make some changes, then you need to clone it on your local machine.
Okay. Existing
If you are
repository,
not having any, okay, okay, repeat your question.
sir, if you want to do any changes in the existing repository without cloning it, we cannot done. We cannot do so.
No, if
Okay.
you are having, no, listen. If you are having already having some files in that repository, then of course you can edit it online. But if you are not having any files, like you have just created a repository like I have created now, then you just need to first clone it to your local machine. Then whatever changes you will make on it, after that you can push it back. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
yeah. So for cloning a repository, we just need to write this command git clone. After that we need to put the URL we have copied from here. This URL is the URL of this repository, and once we press enter, it will be cloned. Okay, so I have cloned an empty repository.
And one more thing, like for pasting those code, control V may not work. So on both
Yeah,
this, can you say them alternate option?
okay, so if you want to paste anything here, you just need to right click from your mouse, and here you will see the option for paste. See, okay, so you can't paste here like control V. So I have cloned this repository, my first repo, and it's showing here. See, this is my repository, my first repo. So I can go inside it, and you can see we are having a .git folder. Yesterday you were told that if you are having a repository, there will be a .git folder in there. So we are having a .git folder, means we have a repository. Now whatever changes we want to make here, we can make. See, like we just want to create a text file here. Okay. So we have created this text file and we will be writing. See, this is my first repository on say GitHub. Okay. Once you save this, you are having some changes in your repository. Okay. So yesterday you were told some commands. You were told something like if we are inside this my first repo, you are seeing this main. This is the branch. This is the name of our main branch. Okay. So you don't need to know more about branches right now. But yeah, you can if you are having this main or master, then you can know that this folder is a Git repository. Okay. So what do we need to give command so that we can know if we are having some changes or not? Can anyone tell me?
Status, GitHub status.
Okay. So it's saying we have some untracked files. New document.txt. Okay. So if we want to track this, we need to add. Okay. So for adding, which command we need to use?
Git add space dot.
Also, in place of dot, we can write the name of this file. Okay. So since we are having only this file, only one change, so we can have dot. Otherwise, if we are having more than one changes or more than one files, and we want to just add some specific file, in that case, we just need to write name of that file after add. Okay. So after this, we need to commit. Oh, once if we once again check the status, see nothing to commit. So we have already committed. So after this, if we want to just push our changes, okay. So how do we do that? We have cloned the repository and we have made the changes. Now, if you want to push those changes online, how do we do that? So pushing is a concept like, see, to get your own changes and git history upon GitHub, we need to push them up. Okay. The typical workflow looks something like this. We need to make some changes locally. We have done that. We need to add and commit those changes. We have also done that. So only thing we now have been pending is to push new commits up to GitHub. For that, we have other command. I will be showing you. See. So to push, we need to give the command git push and then name of the branch, and here we just write origin by default. So the name of our branch is main. Okay, so we have pushed the changes by with the help of this command. Now we need to refresh this page, and we need to see if we have our changes. See, now here we are having our document.txt file, and it's saying this is my first repository on GitHub, whatever we have wrote in our local machine. So in this way, we can like make some local changes, and that after that we can push the whatever changes we have make to our GitHub account. So in that way, GitHub is very much helpful for us. Also, if you want to just if you are having, if you want to collaborate with someone else, and or she is having a project, and you want to collaborate on that project, in that case you first need to go to that account. Okay, so see, we are having a repository in this coding club account. This one, I have created this repository for you people. You need to just go to this page. When you, after that, after you have created the account, just go to this URL. Okay, I will be putting this URL in the messages. Once you get here, you can see here is something fork. So if you want to collaborate on this project, or you want this repository in your account, you just need to go here and click on fork. Once you have forked this repository, it will be linked to your account by your name, and there will be something here written like forked from wherever you will have forked it. That will be written here, that account name and that repository name. So now you have forked this repository, and now you own it. Okay, so after you have forked this repository, uh, however, I have told you how to clone it and how to make local changes, all those things. You just need to clone this. First you need to fork this, after that you have to clone this, and after that when you will be having it in your local machine, then every one of you need to write your name and roll number here. Then you need to write your GitHub username. After that, your batch 2019 2021, whatever batch you are, and then you need to write your email in this format. Okay, after that, just save it and push it back to GitHub. Okay, once you have done all these changes, and you have pushed those changes, then those changes will only be visible on your account. Okay, after that, if you want those changes to be visible in this repository from where you have forked it, then you need to just make a PR. We say this thing, PR is the short form for pull request. And when you will make the pull request, and after that, if the admin of this repository just accept your pull request, then your contribution will be visible to everyone else. Okay, so this is your assignment for your, say, next class or anything, whatever you can say, and we will be continuing. So yeah, I think we are done for now. Pranav?
अनुभव, एक बार पीआर रेज करके दिखा दो एग्जांपल.
Well, okay.
So
So,
they can get an idea.
mhm. So any of you, if you are having any doubt, you can ask. In the meantime, I will raise up here and I will show you people.
Yeah, Dheeraj, like this is just a assignment for the sake of practice, like whatever we have done. So if we'll do it there on implementation, so we can understand it properly. But if you don't have laptop, so you can, for now, you can just understand how the things are going, and you can implement it later when you get the laptop. And for any of you, just if you don't have laptop, so yeah, this is the thing that you can do for now. Just understand how the things are going and how the things are working, what is the need of that. So the theoretical part, you have to understand it for now if you don't have laptop or something. Yeah, so you can't access like it's not the case that you can access their whole project. They have fixed some permissions to you like on their project, like this is the thing that only other can access and these are the thing that other can't access. So but more or less like there are few files that they want other to access, so you can access those files only. But if you want your some files to hide, so yeah, you can do it. So majority of the time you can access their code, and it's not the case that okay, anyone can see my code so they can copy it. No, it's not the case. There are some copyright and all those things, so everything is secure.
Yeah, actually, what the thing, when you make your repository, they ask for you want it public or private. So when you make your public repository, then it will be shared publicly. And if you want your project accessible only to your some particular teammates, and you don't want anyone other to access or anyone other to see your code, like it is top secret, then you can go for the private repository. But the thing is that other than your teammates, no one can see it and no one can be able to contribute to that.
And if you not get verification code, so there was one option like resend it again on the SMS. So you can try it again, like just recheck your draft in your mail. Maybe that was there. So it is just OTP verification as other platforms. I have tried resend.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
we unfork the repo? Instead of unforking, we can simply delete that copy we own or the fork copy we have. And also one more thing, like Anubhav, Git and GitHub is already connected, but when you will be doing for the first time, like if you will be doing cloning or pulling or pushing anything for the first time, so it will be asking for authorization. So you will, as you run any command for the first time in your Git, like git pull or git clone or the git push, then it will show you a prompt asking for the authorization of your GitHub credential. Then you have to put your GitHub password and the username. Then your Git will be authorized with GitHub. Then both will be connected and you can work with the GitHub cloud. So you will need to authorize that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So can you please explain the assignment that you gave for us to do? Like how we have to do with it?
What are you saying? I couldn't understand. Can
one
you
that's
repeat?
graphical
So the
implementation.
assignment link that you have posted in the chat box.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Can
okay,
you
okay.
repeat that what we have to do with it?
Okay, I will. Let me just share my screen again.
Yes, so also see your spam folder. It may be in your spam if you are not getting that OTP.
So it takes
So
10 minutes to give the OTP.
Yeah, it may be.
yeah, maybe sometimes. So is my screen visible to everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wait. So I have just given you this link in the chat box. So once you paste this link, once you have created your account, and after that you need to paste this link in your browser. When you will go to this link, here will be written Coding Club NIT Meghalaya. This is the official account of Coding Club on GitHub, and I have created a repository for you people to practice this. So you need to go to this link and you just need to fork it. Okay. Once you will click on this one, this link, no, then this repo will be forked and it will be linked to your account like this. Your username will be written here and the name of this repo will be written here. And you won't see this. I have written all this. I have made these changes. These won't be there. This will be like this only. After that, you need to clone it, as I have shown you how to clone that. Okay. And after you have cloned this repository, it will be on your local machine. And then you need to open this folder. You will be having a file. Wait, let me show you. Yeah, you will be having this folder, and in this folder you will be having two files. One will be .git, other one will be readme.md. Okay, you need to open this file, and in this file you need to write your name, like I have written mine, and you need to write your roll number, then your GitHub username, then your batch name, and after that your email address. Okay, so once you have you are done with it, you need to push your changes back to your account. After you have pushed all the changes to your account, the repository linked to your account would be updated. But this repository, which is the official repository of Coding Club, it won't be updated because you haven't raised any pull request or you haven't contributed till now. So for the changes to be updated here, what you need to do, you just need to click on this contribute button, and once all the changes you have pushed back to your account, you will be having a message here like this branch is one commit ahead of something like this only. Okay, then you what you need to do, you need to click on contribute or fetch. Once if you are having anything here, you just click on this one, or you just click on contribute button. After that you need to just click on open pull request. So after that this screen will appear, all these things will be there. Okay, you just need to create a pull request. Here you need to just write something about what changes you have made or like that. If you want to describe all those changes, write anything here. Like I have added about myself, so I will write a message. Added information about Anubhav txt. This is my username. Okay. After that, just click on this button, create pull request. Your pull request will be created. Once this screen appears, it means that you have successfully created your pull request. And once coding club members or the head, they will merge your request. In that case, all the changes you have made will be updated here. Okay, everything clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat the process of clone? How to use clone in GitHub?
Okay. So like say you have any repository, not this one. Yeah, if you have any repository like this, you have created a repository, then you just need to what? Copy this URL. Okay, and after
Yes,
you
sir.
have after you have copied this URL, I have told you the command for cloning, this one, git clone, and after that URL. So what you need to do, you just open a git bash shell. Okay, wherever you need to clone this, say if I wanted to clone it here, not here, like I wanted to clone it here. In this folder, say, see if I wanted to clone it here, so I will right click here and open a git bash shell. So in the git bash shell, I will type that command, git clone, and then I will right click and this paste option will appear. And once I have written this git clone and the URL of that repository, and once I press enter, it will be cloned in my into this folder. Okay, see, it will be somewhere. See, this is here. Okay,
Sir, I'm not able to see your screen. It is
Yes,
not
Anubhav,
moving.
your screen is stuck at the presentation
okay.
between.
Sorry, you should have told me before.
I was thinking my internet is
Yeah,
slow, but it is with
yeah.
everyone.
Uh, just sorry, very sorry. Okay, so now can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So if you are having any repository, like I have created this repo, my first repo, okay. So you are having say this repository, then what you need to do, you just need to copy this URL, okay. And
Yes, sir.
after that, say if you want to clone this repository into this folder, then right click here and open a git bash shell. So it will show you git bash here. So open this shell and just type in command git clone. After that, paste the URL you have copied, okay. And once you will press the enter button, no, so it will be cloned. You can see it here, my first repo, okay.
And sir, why, sir, the actual meaning of clone is to enter the file onto the GitHub.
No, 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 no. See, cloning means if you are having a repository already online on your GitHub profile, or you mean GitHub account, then you can take it to your local machine. That's what cloning means.
So, sir, if we make a new ID on GitHub, we
Yeah.
should also to clone it.
No, 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 no. See, cloning means what? If you are having a repository online on your GitHub account, or you have just created any repository online, okay, then if you want to make some changes in that repository, or you want to add some files or some code or anything, if you want to add your project file in that repository, then you need to what? You need to take that repository to your local machine. For taking that repository to your local machine, you need to clone it, okay. Clone is just a word. What it means, if you want to make some changes in your repository by taking it offline to your local machine, that process is known as cloning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I understand it.
Okay, okay. So anyone else, if you are having any doubt?
And sir, what was the last step after writing all the process, name, email? The last, what was the last process, sir?
Oh, you need to push it back to GitHub.
Yes, sir. Pushing
Okay.
process.
Yeah, yeah. For that, I have told you commands. Here, see it here. This one. We need to write git push, and in the place of this remote, we need to write origin. Okay. And in the place of branch, we need to write main. Since we are having main here. No, not here. Not here also. See, this is written main here. In our repository, we have cloned. We will be having like this main or master. If we have main, then we need to write main in place of branch. And if we have master here, then we need to write master in place of branch. And in the place of remote, we need to write origin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will be sharing these all these things with you. Okay. Anyone else, if you are having any doubt?
Anubhav,
Yeah.
just show them once like how to use GitHub to get the resources, like they can access the web development courses or any book, so they can use it for study purposes too. It will be better.
I don't
Like,
think that's needed for now. We will tell them those things in the next upcoming sessions.
okay then.
Once they all of them have created the accounts. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Manish.
Sir, there was one doubt in coding. Can I ask it now
You just
or
you
in
just
next session?
you just wait for some time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Pranav,
Yeah.
anything left for now for today?
No, the things are quite clear. Just yeah, they all of are familiar with the GitHub, so that was our intention for this class. So
So
yeah, I
do we
think
need to
it was
wrap up?
clear.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, just about there few doubts like how these things was there, why you read that step, or if something is like that, like what was the command or something. So yeah, you can ask it. But yeah, these are all about today's workshop. And
Yeah.
yeah. So I think we can wrap up, like that was the main topics of this workshop was covered. So yeah.